And one. Ladies and gentlemen, mutants of all ages, welcome to another episode of Fulton Street Beats, where we take the boring and the mundane and we turn it into something a little bit rock and roll. Hope you're all doing good out there. We're going to be sharing some information on the Firefly 335, or some people like to call it the 338, semi-hollow electric guitar. A lot of you guys have been following a little bit of the build I've been doing on the 335, and I am not a guitar player, and I say that, I dabble. I'm a drummer. My skills suck at guitar, but I like quality, I like pretty, I like functionality, and I like things to look good when it's done and be usable, because my money's hard-earned, and I'm sure that a lot of you men and women out there want the most for your money also. And in the economic times we live in now, we want the best we can get for the least expensive that we can and maintain some decent quality. So hopefully I can bring you some of that. And if you stick around, I got a video that's coming up entirely on this guitar. We're going to go over this guitar. It's in this video, so just stay right there. But I want to clear some things up so you know where I'm coming from first with this build and why. So I wanted another electric guitar for the studio, something to mess around with, but I like pretty. And I decided to go with a semi-hollow guitar. And I ordered this one from Amazon for $179. I got an unboxing video of it if you guys want to go back and check it out. Really nicely built Firefly guitar. Really nice quality, very impressive. So I just want to clear that up quickly. Very, very impressive. But I wanted to make it my own, and I wanted to do it cheap. So I started looking at stuff and not paying a fortune. So my sources, I go right to Amazon, of course. And I started looking at things. And I'm going to give you guys a rundown of parts before I go over it in the video too as we go. But I want to give you guys a rundown so you know exactly what I have into this guitar. Can you make a sub $300 guitar your own and make it look impressive and be impressive and play impressive? Well, the playing impressive part was already good out of the box. So it boils down to making it your own, but not screwing up the playability while you do that. That's the scary part. So what I did is the very first mod that I did to this guitar was I changed the knobs and I put some witch hats on it. You're going to see they're gold tops. And immediately somebody got pissed. You put gold on your blue guitar. It's got salt silver heart. Yes, I did. Because I was going farther, but obviously the IQ level was low on that one. So I put these knobs on. They're beautiful speed knobs. They're for a Gibson. They fit perfectly. Okay, there we go. So right away, that Gibson part fits. The second thing I wanted to do was the humbucker pickup surrounds, okay? Like some people call them a frame. I call them a surround. So I did those. They're a nice texture. They're gold, come with gold screws. So but the knobs, so we get a rundown. $8.88, Amazon. They're called Mextuck 4-piece bell knobs with gold trim, okay? Simple. $8.88. You guys can put whatever you want on. My point is to tell you, make it yours. Do what you want. Then I did these surrounds, and they're a Milston 2-piece humbucker frame for the humbuckers. They're gold and they're textured. They look really nice. $10.99, plated really nice with gold screws. I did have to do some modification. You'll have to watch that video. No big deal. The next thing, and by the way, they were for a Gibson ES 339. Then I did a pick guard, and I wanted a nice pick guard. This is something that you want to pop. But didn't want to pay a fortune either. I spent $13.50 on a Gibson ES 339 pick guard that's 4-ply white pearl. Okay? And it's beautiful. I had to trim it to make it work a bit. It was easily done. And it looks first rate. It's very cool. Then I wanted a white bezel for my rhythm treble knob, my switch. So I ordered the entire switch with the bezel and 3 different choices of knobs, gold, silver, and black, for $7. And that was for a Gibson Les Paul. Okay. And I wanted to dress it off up top. Now, the tuners that came on it worked great. No complaints. But I wanted to dress it up, and I bought some Geiger tuners. I do recommend these tuners. Very nice tuners. Very well done. Excellent plating. They work great. They are a locking tuner, and you'll see these on the guitar. You'll see why. $36.99 for the tuners. Of course, I went to some Ernie Ball Cobalt Super Slinkies, 9 to 42. They were $10. And then I wanted a vibrato, not a tremolo, but a vibrato. So I ordered, I was going to buy a Bigsby. The guitar to me was worth a Bigsby, but I said, let's try to keep it cheap, Mike. Let's do so everybody else can do. I want to be the guinea pig for you guys. So I ordered a Winomo, Winomo, archtop semi-hollow jazz guitar chrome vibrato off Amazon for the whooping high price of $36.49, and I've heard horror stories. But I got this one. The chrome plating is impeccable. There's not one flaw. It functions smooth. It stays in tune. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and I'm impressed. And I love the long spring that comes with it, because unlike some of the Bigsby's I've used, when I pull back on the bar, my spring don't fall out. And it keeps it out of the way of all your switches and knobs. And it looks nice. And works good. But it didn't work good until, so $36.49, but it did not work good until I changed my bridge. I ordered a bridge through Amazon. Not happy with the bridge. Not that it doesn't function right, because it does function properly. It rolls sweet, keeps everything in tune nicely. $16.59. You get the tailpiece, the roller saddle. And of course, we don't use the tailpiece because we have the vibrato and everything we need to set it up, though, basically. But they shipped it in they put it in an envelope, shipped it in one Ziploc little bag, and all this stuff over time rattled against each other in the bag, and it up the chrome plate or the gold plating on it, scratched it all to hell. So I'm not sending it back for $16.59. I decided to bite it and keep it and use it, and I'm just going to order another one, but hopefully it's like this one, because this does work good and it keeps it in tune. So that's what we got. I also ordered a truss rod cover. I'm not including that in the price right now because I did send that back because it frankly just did not fit. It wasn't the measurements that they said, so I sent it back. So stay away from some of the truss rod covers. Now that was why ye buy. It was pretty, but the holes were in the wrong spot. Apparently something got lost in translation when they come to measuring, and it was not what it was supposed to be. It was the right size truss cover. The holes were drilled wrong. Sent it back. That was $11. That's not included in this build. I did not include it in the price. So basically, I have, including the price of the guitar, $268 into this build so far. And I'm going to end up changing out, not because it needs it, but because I want to make it my own. I'm going to end up changing out the humbuckers. I don't know what yet, but something cool that's going to look cool. I don't know what. Maybe some zebras. I don't know, but something that looks cool, even though these look great and they work nice. They are microphonic, just so you know. Okay, if you're not into that thing, you won't like these, but they're microphonic, but they do sound good. So anyhow, without any further ado, let's get over to the guitar. I'm going to go around the guitar, and if I sound repetitive when I'm talking in this video that I'm going to show you, it's because I'm excited to get things that actually work and function properly. And if you guys are interested and you want to click through some of my videos on the vibrato install, I installed it a little bit different than other people do, and that's because, well, I don't go along to get along. Sometimes I do things, if it doesn't make sense when somebody else does it, I try to rethink it and I do it my way, because like I said, I'm a custom drum builder. So I say, this makes more sense to me. I'm going to do it this way. And I did, and it can't really be faulted because it turned out perfectly and it stays in tune, which is pretty cool. So without any farther ado, let's get over to the guitar over here. Check it out. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon. Here it is. And take a look at this Firefly guitar. This is a semi-hollow body. And this was sold to me through Amazon, and it was labeled under a 335. Now, it's come to my attention that I believe that the 338 and the 335 are identical. I think they call it one day and call it the other the next. On the Firefly website, this exact guitar is listed as a 338. But for these purposes, since it's what I bought it under, we're going to call it a 335. And if anybody of you out there do know if there is actually a difference, just let me know, drop it in the comment section. But I don't believe there is a difference. So, I don't know, other than maybe color or finish. This is a maple body guitar. It does have a block in the center. It is semi-hollow. And I've done quite a few upgrades to this guitar because I felt when it came in that it was worth it. It was really, really nice out of the box. I do have an unboxing video of this if you guys want to check it out. And I've done quite a few things to this guitar. I wanted to experiment with some Gibson parts and see if they would work, and so far they have. So let's start at what I've done first to this guitar, and I'll give you an idea of what some things cost here. Now hold on, because I'll bring my computer over so I can give you exact prices of what I paid for this stuff, so you can see about what I have in this guitar. The first thing that I changed was the knobs. Now it does come with some nice black speed knobs, and I wanted to go with a little bit of a silver and gold theme to this guitar. I thought it would be very nice on this blue. I call it a nice blueberry burst is what I call it. And I went with these knobs here. They're gold top, very classic look witch hat, and I did that. From there, I changed the surrounds, and I wanted something with some texture, so I put these on. These are meant for a Gibson ES339. It did require some modification to the guitar itself to make these surrounds work, but they work nicely. I have a video on that, as well as this beautiful pick guard. What a beautiful pick guard this is. This is a 4-ply, and this is also for a Gibson ES339, and I did have to trim on the top right here a bit to make it fit in between. Other than that, other than tweaking the bracket for the side using the same hole, it fit very, very nicely. It looks like it belongs on there. It looks like it was meant for it, and that's what we were going for. So from there, I changed the surround to the rhythm treble switch. So the bezel around there is now white with gold lettering, and did also change the knob on the switch to gold. Now, there we went to, I wanted some, now the tuners that came on it were very, very nice, and it held to very nice. But I changed to these Geiger, as you can see, it's got a very nice headstock on it, to these Geiger gold locking tuners. I chose to leave the silver washers underneath to set it off a little bit of a background color, kind of what we got going down here also to carry the theme through. Turn this around here, I'll show you these. Yeah, I still have the tags on it. I always keep tags, I don't know why. A little OCD, I guess. But these are the very nice Geiger locking tuners, and they function very, very nicely. No modification required for these. These were a direct fit. Looked like they were made for it, and they function very well. Give you a look at the back of the guitar here. Again, the finish is impeccable. It came very, very nice. And I've heard that people have got these where the finish wasn't so nice, but I assure you this one is amazing. I think there's one flaw in this entire guitar, and you really have to search for it. I'm going to turn it back over here. I'm going to give you a look at the frets. Give you a look here. Very nice fret job on this. No sharp edges, nice and smooth all the way down through. And look at the fretboard. Amazing job on the fretboard. If you're wondering why my fretboard looks so good but is not greasy, what I use to condition my fretboards is something that, well, my dad taught me a long time ago, and that's to use coconut oil. But do not let it sit. Use organic coconut oil. I do not let it sit. You guys can look that up. I'm sure you can find that that's been actually used for a long time, even though people don't talk about it. Don't let it sit, though, and wipe it off very thoroughly. Very good job. And if you look at your inlays, the inlays on this are really nice. They're straight. Something you can't say about a lot of Chinese guitars, but they're straight. They're nice. Looks fantastic. Another thing that we've done is, well, my favorite part of this guitar, and this is this Bigsby style vibrato. And this was a very easy install as long as you have some patience and you double check and make sure you're getting everything lined up perfectly. But isn't that beautiful? The chrome plating on this was really impressive. And I hope you guys can really, hope this is capturing the plating. This thing was really, really nice. And I've heard other stories where they got them and they weren't so good. Now I want to say, let's check. I'm going to give you a price on this. I don't want to misquote, so let me tell you exactly what I paid for this vibrato. And everything that I got on this was from Amazon. This was $36.49. And what I like about this is they use a longer spring, and a lot of people hate this, but I like the longer spring because it does not impede with your switches. And it's very comfortable. It stays in the position you put it in, and the longer springs do not fall out. When you're lifting up on the vibrato, on the bar, they don't fall out. And Bigsby themselves actually offers a longer spring, an aftermarket spring. Well, it's not aftermarket, it's theirs, but they offer a longer spring for their systems as well. Very, very happy with this vibrato system. And as you can see, it is the strings are proper. The next thing I did was a roller bridge, and I will tell you, although this bridge works fantastic, I was having some tuning issues with the factory bridge and with the vibrato, as can be expected. That was the weak link, and I needed a roller. I ordered this roller. I'm not really happy with it. It does roll nice and it does stay in tune. However, the plating on it wasn't the greatest because they packaged everything in one plastic bag and it was clanging around and it's all scratched up. So the plating kind of got beat up a little bit. I kind of took it on the chin, and we'll just order another one up and change that out at another point. These pickups that came in it sound very, very good, although they are microphonic, and that can be changed with some wax potting. And the F-holes on this are beautiful. Did not require any cleaning up. There's nothing on them. It shouldn't be on them. They're nice and clean looking and very professional looking. The binding on this guitar is very nice also. And I'm going to go around this and I'm going to give you show you the part that is not perfect. The one part, and I am not complaining because we can get a $179 guitar and have one blemish, and there is that blemish right there. You see how that part of the binding is just not quite perfect on the edge around? That's it. That is it. But other than that, it's extremely, extremely well done. The finish, I hope the camera's picking up how perfect the finish of this guitar is. And I think these parts really made it a lot better than what it was, even though it was beautiful right out of the box. The neck is set right. I sit and I let it acclimate to the studio here for a while before I was going to attempt any truss rod adjustments, and I didn't have to adjust anything because it's right. Now I will be changing out the truss rod cover soon. We are going to do a white pearl on that also. I did order one previously and it was the wrong size, so I'm going to have to order a different one. And as you can see on the tuners, I ended up leaving those chrome plated washers on the back because I think it really sets it off and gives it a nice effect that kind of matches what's going on down here with the gold and silver. Now, what do I have into this guitar total? Well, I got around $268 total into this, and that's counting the price of the guitar. So let me give you some prices. We'll go down through, and that's I just rounded it off, but the bridge was $16.59, and it did come with the extra posts and everything, but I'm not using a lot of the stuff. The vibrato was $36.49, and I got some Ernie Ball Cobalt Slinkies. They're 9-42 that are on there. They were about $10, also Amazon. The tuners, these beautiful Geiger tuners, and they are beautiful tuners, guys. Man, I recommend those. $36.99 for those beautiful tuners, and they come in a variety of colors, even a bronze color, like a worn bronze. And I got this whole switch, actually. I didn't change the switch, but I got the bezel, and it comes with 3 different knobs for it for $7, $6.99, and I didn't use the switch. I'm using the factory one, but it comes with a chrome knob, a black knob, and this gold one as shown. These surrounds, these very nice plating, very nice texture surround. I mean, these are really nice. $10.99, and the pick guard, 4-ply pick guard, and it actually came so well done that it had 2 coatings of plastic over it. Not one, but 2. I peeled the first one off and it looked great. And I was like, wait a minute, there's one more coating on there. I peeled that off and look at that reflection in that pick guard. That's my ceiling light that you're seeing reflecting in there. And that pick guard was $13.50. These witch hats, these knobs that are very well done. I mean, super well done. Were $8.88. And actually, it's sitting on an Amazon Basics guitar stand right now that is really nice also. So, yeah, for right around, what did I say that was? $268 total. That's the price of the guitar. That's everything invested. That's what I have into it right now. Now, I will be doing some pickups, not because it needs them, but because I want to make them my own and put something cool in there. Because I just like modifying things. And if you guys want to know how to install this vibrato, I do have a video out on that. Pretty easy to do as long as you have some patience and you're good at measuring and making sure and double checking that everything is right. This guitar does stay in tune, and that's mostly in part from the roller bridge. Your 2 critical areas is making sure it's lined up for one, making sure you have a roller bridge, and making sure that it passes through the nut without binding. And, of course, locking tuners do help a lot also. But everything needs to break your strings in good, and it will stay in tune. It took me, I don't know, a couple days of playing it to make it to get it so it was all stretched in and in tune, even stretching using the vibrato. Very nice, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this quick little episode of Fulton Street Beats. And this is just for you guys out there who were interested in this guitar. If you're thinking about picking one up, this is what I can tell you. Do I recommend them? Well, I got a fantastic one. Not everybody gets a fantastic one, or so I hear. But I'm happy. $170 for a guitar of this quality, even before I did the upgrades, extremely happy with it. Extremely happy. That's why I did the upgrades, because I was so happy with the build of quality of the guitar itself. Now, had it have been a pile and finished badly and things out of whack, I never would have did it. But to me, having less than $300 in a beautiful guitar like this, all said and done, and I'll have more in it because I am going to do the pickups, but still, it plays very well now. I think that is a definite keeper. Thanks for watching Fulton Street Beats, guys. And I will be back with you soon with some more cool videos. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon.